gotta leave it to the professionals.
Blessed by Gandhi, blah, blah, blah.
Started off with a bit, now I got coin. I see where y'all going. Been poppin' since Web 1, hella hoes on Web 2. I was living a dream, now I'm on Web 3. And it is what it seems, topping the pyramid schemes, I'm telling you. I'll sell you a percentage on Nebula. Shout out to Vince, yo, set it up.
Surfing on the web and I'm shooting at 3. I've been goated when I got my G. I'm an alien boy from a different planet, yeah. So I got my drink, I'm riding in the 1920s Model T Ford. Call her Era Lord. Call me Levi, playing on the keys, boy. And I'm about to put my gloves on. If I said it, then I meant that. Yeah, I like that one, I'm about to get that. Crash that whip for the drumsticks, whiplash. I'm about to get them all. Are you with that? In a white boat, surrounded by blue. I want one, but I got a cop too. I wanna fly high in the sky, arms out wide, trying to soar from a bird's eye view. I'm on fire, Ricky, Bobby, cracking the pavement, Whitney, Bobby. I'm a Saki bomb, Hiroshima, Nagasaki. Bruce Wayne been a dog, and I keep it 101, cause I'm feeling kinda spotty. You sipping on some rock, and I'm sipping on octane. The only thing around my neck is the
Started off with a
blockchain.
bit, now I got coin. I see where y'all going. Been poppin' since Web 1, hella hoes on Web 2. I was living a dream, now I'm on Web 3. And it is what it seems, topping the pyramid schemes, I'm telling you. I'll sell you a percentage on Nebula. Shout out to Vince, yo, set it up.
NFT, Twitter, blockchain. Seeing with the ghosts and we ballin' like LeBron James. Crypto. We can make a trade, get the memo. The field's not falling for the FOMO. Listening to Coffee with Captain. You know we worldwide, they loco. I ain't never gonna stop rapping. Orlando, yeah, we working magic. We rocking Ethereum NFTs. I just went and caught me a half base. Man, I got a shout out
Started
to
off with a
Body.
bit, now I got coin. I see where y'all going. Been poppin' since Web 1, hella hoes on Web 2. I was living a dream, now I'm on Web 3. And it is what it seems, topping the pyramid schemes, I'm telling you. I'll sell you a percentage on Nebula. Shout out to Vince, yo, set it up.
Freaking the mood to choose one, but they got knowledge to move, son. I'm shocking in shades with my brother in suits. Yeah, them blues is coming. Even though it's hard to pick, eeny, miny, mo, soda on the mix, no biting lips, it's time to go. Index number 1, no thumbs up, you gotta scroll. Looking at the ghost in studio, it's time to go. Had a helmet on by myself until I met a mask that wanted to have a face off. So had to bring my chainsaw, full tank of gas in the drive with my brakes off. I'm A1, but a different kind of steak sauce.
GM, welcome to Coffee with Captain. Thanks so much for joining us. Happy Tuesday, everyone. If you haven't already done so, give us some love on the space. Those likes, reposts, and bookmarks go a long way with X discoverability, especially when it is being a little finicky, which I think it is this morning, but not going to complain. X is working. Someday Nikita and gang will decide to update spaces. GM to all of our early birds out there. Early birds, is that a thing? We got Thomas, Web3 Warhead, Osiris, Absolute Zero, all over in the YouTube chat. That's where the real winners hang out. Is they go hit the like on the YouTube video, they subscribe over there. They're already newsletter members, and Abstract, as always, popping off also. Our Abstract Alpha, the alpha giver on Abstract is the one and only teacher Katie, first Coffee with Captain community member of the month. We've done 2 of those. We've got our 3rd coming up this Friday, and you're going to want to be sub to YouTube if you want to compete and maybe win a prize there. I see Hizzy and the X chat went and saw Project Hail Mary with the sun last night. I hear the movie is good. I just finished the book, and it is very good. Big fan, strong recommend. I'm not a big fictional book fan, but as of late, I've been on a little kick. Started with Project Hail Mary. Actually started with 2034 and then Project Hail Mary, and now 2054. By the way, you can get, if you're a Spotify premium member, you can get 2034 and 2054 for free over, I think 2034 is for free. You definitely can get 2054 for free on Spotify. I think I actually I did buy or used a credit rather on Audible for 2034. And then I think it was Mayhem turned me on to the Spotify free version. So I think the alpha there, your early morning alpha is check Spotify before you buy books elsewhere or before you use an Audible sub. I'm debating whether to get into the Francisco Mendoza versus Tyler Simpson. We're not going to go there today. We do have. I also am not going to go to freak or interesting or odd deaths or murders. I just saw Greg's post. I don't know why that's popping my timeline now, but there was the plane crash. The plane crash into a fire truck on the runway. Then there was a pickleball death. I don't know how that happens. I still don't know how that happens, but Charlie Kirk's mentor apparently died in a freak pickleball accident. And then we had an alleged murder yesterday from a man with no legs and no arms, but shot another man. I just shared the news here. I'm not going to comment on any of that. I will let you all do your own further research if there's any of those things interest you. We talked about yesterday the platinum claw pulls on Beezy, and congratulations. Someone turned $500 into $14,400. We showed that Poncho Pika Pokemon here, or Pikachu rather, here on the show, and about an hour later, someone pulled it. Nice claw pull there. 500 to 14.4, not too bad. Didn't need to see that. Patellar dislocation from Moses Moody. Trying to get some news and getting graphic images of freak accidents now, because I said freak pickleball accident. I'm getting freak NBA accidents as well. That said, we do actually have some exciting stuff to talk about today, markets related. We are back in action tonight on the lacrosse field pitch, whatever. Looking forward to that. We got pro cornholer. It's wild stuff. Proof of simulation. Cap, yes, sir.
Cap, not only was he a pro cornholer, but he was driving a vehicle with no arms and no legs when he committed the murder.
It was a Tesla, to be fair. Those things kind of drive themselves, but I get your point.
You ruined it.
Fun Friend confirms Project Hail Mary was an awesome movie. Yeah, the book's great. For those that are like, the book's better than the movie. I've not seen the movie yet, but the book is solid. Across the night, what are the quick flyovers before we get into serious conversations, serious crypto talk? Never any financial advice in the show. Crypto's risky. It's all risky. I'm not a financial advisor. Certainly not your financial advisor. GM to Green Edge over there in the abstract chat as well. I did get exciting news this morning. I saw a post from James Hall, and I was able to re-secure my original other side account. Like legacy username has been migrated to back to my account. So I initially had Cap, and then I couldn't get Cap, and I had to go CAPT. I'm back to Cap. So if you had a original other side username that disappeared and you want to get it back, now you can do so. It's in beta. It may not work, but mine did go through this morning. Excited about that. Now that was my whole reason. Now I'm gonna start getting in other side more, that I've secured my my username back. Riss says Ready or Not 2 is really good also. Is that a book, a movie? It's first time hearing Ready or Not, and or Ready or Not 2. Yeah. Lots of things I'm not going to go, not a lot of direction I'm not going to go this morning, but I appreciate all the chat as always. Was FFE in the screenshot? I see FFE's comment. No. I did not mean any offense if you got caught in the comment. I was just, I did not put the screen grabs together. I pulled it for it's a movie. Is Ready or Not 2 is a movie. Thanks, Chris. It is a screen grab I pulled it from Frisk. I assume Frisk pulled it. I just saw FFP's coming. There's nothing to talk about these days. The only juices we can get now is by high engagement. We're junkies here. We have to have some kind of stimuli. This was in response to my post yesterday. I said, is Magic Eden running another KOL campaign? Because you had, I missed the old CT. Finding myself spending less and less time on CT. Crypto content is basically dead. Pretty sure ICO said it first, and then his tweet did numbers, and then so every other not every other KO, but several others ran with their version of the same post, reminded me of the KOL campaign led by Magic Eden, where everyone was saying everyone saying NFTs are dead. CT is no longer a thing. It is a thing. Like this is like CT is dead. I can't ever say how much crypto Twitter has changed. CT has died. I don't know. Couldn't care less if engagement, blah, blah, blah. Crypto content. There's still lots of trades to be made. Crypto Twitter's not dead. This is proof point. Like now, is there a lot of copy pasta? Is there less stuff to talk about these days? To FFV's point that people, still want some sort of stimuli and still want to tweet to do numbers. And so they'll see something do numbers and they'll make a slight change and fire. Yeah. Same thing with now the quote tweeting any post and putting one of the meme videos with it is going to do numbers. Like it's not new that people find things that, work and run with it. It's just, I don't know, a lot of trying to unpack this. I think part of this is InfoFi's dead. And so it's not that there's nothing interesting to talk about. It's the topics that larger accounts have that they can talk about and get paid on are few and far between. Those have fallen off since the death of InfoFi. And Mayhem says the CT is dead. Calls are important to reach the bottom. Little bit of foreshadowing for the headline, but crypto fear and greed. I think we might have there was why are markets pumping and crypto's not pumping? Bitcoin's down, equities are down. This is a few months back. I think we might have front ran the bottom. Well, not to get too far ahead of it. We'll after we do a market update, we'll dive back into it further. But fear and greed right now, as far as CNN and the overall market fear and greed, is extreme fear. It's at 16. Meanwhile, CoinMarketCap, the crypto fear and greed index, is at 34. Down last week from 43, but last month we were in extreme fear at 11. The all-time low was in February at 5. And while it did pull back from running up to 43 last week, we are, way up from the lows. Now we got this dead cat bounce and then extreme fear, all-time lows at 5 in February, and then ran back up to 43. Now we're pulling back again, but it looks very different than the overall fear and greed index. So I don't know what it means. If anyone has any thoughts, I'm curious. Is it possible that we front ran the bottom and we're starting to now see some capitulation on the timeline? Diablito says KOLs are dead. A true copy pasta for engagement for forgotten KOLs. I also said, ICO Beast might be the influencer's influencer. If he says something does numbers and everyone's going to run with it. It's very it's not dead. Now, are some of those individuals, I'm not going to double tap on each one of them and say who, have some of them effectively pivoted out of crypto? Yes. Some are leaning into prediction markets. Some are leaning, not even pivoting full out, but some have. some have, and they're like still clinging on to a audience here, but all they talk about is AI or how to grow your following. Those are the funniest to me, the ones who use an engagement farming tactic to saying crypto is dead, and yet for all intents and purposes they're just about growing their account and allegedly helping to share how others can grow their account. Nothing wrong if people want to pivot out into AI. We talked about a little bit about it yesterday. Like, we've seen this before. People capitulate. Oh, it's over. It's not over. There's more tailwinds now than maybe ever before in crypto. And it's just macro conditions suck. So you're not seeing many teams launch new products or new initiatives, certainly few and far between on the TGEs. Now, we did see one, and we've seen a couple this week. We saw Shape and Backpack, and I don't know, maybe the teams are fine with how things perform, but I don't think it's not an optimal time to be dropping new tokens into this market, unless you like, the idea or the strategy of there's only one way to go from here and it's up. Zonko adds, liquidity is so thin in every market. Crypto even gets 1/10 of the 2020 bid. We fly. I personally think we hit accumulation range for Bitcoin at 60K. Yet liquidity is so thin in every market right now. I think there's like, it's going to, at some point, things turn, and when it does, I just, there's so much more at our backs now than anytime I can remember. So the last thing I think you want to be doing is just checking out, and even though it might not be the latest, greatest, new, exciting stuff, like, you want to get ahead of it when it does hit. And I don't know what's next. I don't know what's the next big onboarder. Thank you very much for the ABX tip, Be Epic. Be Epic also adds, I think we go lower. There's a sense of complacency in the space right now. What is the news that sends Bitcoin? I don't know what news sends Bitcoin. I don't know. I mean, part of me, like, okay, just hypothetically play this out. I'm not saying it's likely to happen or certainly not guaranteed to happen, but what happens if they do reach some sort of peace agreement in the Middle East? Right now, it's a 5-day ceasefire on attacking energy facilities, I believe, is what's been specified. What happens if during this 5 days they actually agree to some sort of peace deal? And that would mean likely no regime change over there. But if they set down their missile launchers and agree that it's over, quote unquote, over for now, what happens? Strait opens up, oil starts coming back down. What happens to the rest of the markets? I still think we're going to get money printer go burr at some point this year. I think the Fed's going to introduce more liquidity into the market, and while all of it's not going to roll into crypto, hard for me to see some of it not, when I still have to think there's just a lot of people on the sidelines that aren't buying anything right now. And when things turn, I could see some sort of FOMO. Anyways, Joey, go ahead and get in here. Appreciate your patience, GM.
Yeah, Jim. I remember when Bitcoin went below 30. I think we hit like 25 or something, and then and everybody was like running away and giving up, and I'll be honest, like, I didn't buy enough. I was not, because I didn't know at the time that on Coinbase you can just set up like regular weekly buys. And I learned that on this show. And then since I had learned that, that's what I've been doing for Ethereum and Bitcoin and Solana and Chainlink. But like, and look at where it went when it went all the way down to 25. And I'm not very good at this. Like, I'm not a great trader. I don't claim to be one, but I just feel like, everything comes in waves and cycles, and it like if you've been here this long, you have to have some conviction in in crypto and in this space, and you have to be looking at what's happening as an opportunity to accumulate more, with the belief that, just whatever it was 3 years ago, Bitcoin was less than half of where it is now. And when it hit, whatever it was in 2024, 5, when we hit 100, I don't even remember what we hit at that point, right? Like, that was a 5x from where it was at the bottom. So I don't know. I just feel like it's really easy for people to get impressions and likes, and when they talk about, this is the end and doom and gloom and all that stuff. But like you said, there's a lot of wind at the back of our sails, and it's just hard for me to believe that we're just not going to come back.
Yeah, I mean, I wholeheartedly agree. And while I don't know anything, it's a win, not if, and how violent. And I think, I don't know. I'm leaning on the perma bull side, but I guess the bigger question, if we assume it does come ripping back, what does it mean for everything downstream of Bitcoin? What does it mean for not just ETH and Solana and Hyperliquid, but will we get another meme season? Will we get another NFT season? Will there be something next? Will we get a gaming, on-chain gaming per the Solana Foundation president? She says no, gaming's never coming back. I also disagree with that. I don't think it's coming back in the sense of like what we saw with like Axie Infinity, just like I don't think we get another NFT season like we saw in 21-22. But I think where it makes sense, where the studios can make games better because they can unlock more features and benefits by bringing stuff on chain, I think that does make sense. I think you see a bunch of, just like it makes sense for payments to be processed in stable coins. It's made sense for a while. It's just now starting to see transaction or to gain traction. I foresee something similar with gaming. Like all the big studios, no, we don't need to do that. That's stupid. We don't need it. We don't need it. And then games just start getting better. And part of that is these startups leveraging on-chain rails and ownership and interoperability. And everything we talked about, it still holds true. I just think that oftentimes, A, got to have fun games, and B, like tokenomics suck. Tokenomics killed a lot of the early attempts, and poor tokenomics will make even a fun game short-lived. B Epic says peace should send all markets in the short term. What is the crypto narrative that sends Bitcoin? Pepe ripped hard in 2024. I can imagine a runner like that brings people back. Yeah, it could be like if we see like Pepe or Doge or one of the long standing or new memes. If we see one of them really run, it could be bring people back. At the end of the day, like it or not, money and making money, it moves people. It garners attention. Especially those that are sidelined or those that have pivoted out and think crypto's dead or crypto Twitter's dead. Like as soon as people start making money, guess what they're going to be talking about again? It's harder to make money right now. By the way, I need a new trade of the day. I need to get back on the wagon after a hot streak and then took one on the chin. I need to restart the hot streak today. I am kind of tying them together. I mentioned it here before. I'm probably not at a point I'm going to do it now, but down to 9 cents, I am considering at some point opening an ApeCoin long just because all the staking and it's all distributed now. All the staking's done. Sell pressure just becomes from holders, and I kind of need a catalyst, kind of need a something to kick off, like a big sink, something in other side or something where it's going to drive more demand. But I don't know when and what that might be. I do know that 4 years of sell pressure is finally over, though, with that staking coming to an. What is Joey? We'll go to you here in a second. What is SOLV? Big winner on the day. Actually, not much volume, but it is up 56%. I'll go do some diving before we get into our market update, so I know what that one is. Maybe is a maybe it's a stock. Would that be up that big on a? No, definitely not it. Joey, GM, go ahead.
When you're talking about like people pivoting, obviously a lot of my feed nowadays is trading cards and sports cards and collectibles. And on Instagram, I get served a ton of Rasmer collectibles videos now.
Oh yeah,
whether Pokemon or whatever. Like he's gone, and I'd never followed him on X and never. Like I don't know much about him, right? Like we've talked about him, and I know, he was in this space. But man, my Instagram algorithm loves to serve me his videos talking about collectibles, and I guess he's been doing like interviews and podcasts about it too. So I know other people have also from this space have pivoted into the collectibles and Pokemon space as well, because that market is, when you look it up, how it's performed compared to the S&P 500 and right, like all the crazy sales and whatever. So your favorite KOLs or influencers aren't just flipping from, different tokenomics experts to NFT experts. They're also flipping to Pokemon experts too now.
Yeah, I actually think. Although the counter to this is Dort says top in on RWAs if Razzler's is on Instagram making content. I think, B Epic says time to buy some RWAs, flashing some Pokemon, some Charizards. I think like of everything that's going right now, if I had to guess, I've been beating the drum for 18 months that AI agents would lead to another run. Probably believe more in AI agents today than I did at any time up till now. I just don't think. I don't know if they need tokens. I've went back and forth on that. I don't see that direct connection where how they create some sort of, other than becoming productive and helping to be more efficient. I don't know if our NFTs need to be agents. I don't know as if agents needed a token. That maybe someone solves that, but agents certainly are going to transact on chain. I just don't know if I think it's going to be more of a behind the scenes. They just work and the agents can do more because of crypto rails. But I think it's like the tech ultimately, I think for the most part, gets obfuscated and is kind of hidden. And I don't know if that'll be an area that necessarily brings active participants into crypto. Whereas I think it's more likely at this point that RWAs, things like Pokemon, could bring another wave of active participants into this world. Joey, I'm going to go back to you. I'm going to put you on the spot, though. One question. When can we get more sports card grails in the claw machines? Like so far, it's a lot of big, Pokemon and One Piece. When might like the platinum or the gold have a Michael Jordan rookie card? Like when? And maybe that's too extreme, but what about when can we get some more sports cards in the RWA world?
Yeah, so the platinum, the gold, and silver are all TCG right now. So they're only going to be Pokemon and One Piece. The wild card, I actually just went shopping, and they're on their way to the vault. A bunch of new sports cards.
Cool.
For the wild card machine. To be honest, right now, we've talked about before, like we're very strategic with what we add to the platform. Like we get people all the time that are like, "Oh, I've got VFriends cards and graded, vibes cards, and we want all that stuff, but the market has to be there for it." And right now, the majority of our community is, TCG, Pokemon, and One Piece. So we've relegated sports just to the wild card. But I have some cool sports cards coming in for the wild card, and I'm continuing to push diversity into the wildcard machine. But yeah, as soon as we can onboard more sports people, as I'm a sports person, I would love to. Like, I actually just went shopping in the marketplace and bought a ton of sealed product that was all sports stuff, because I'm gonna have some fun and rip open a bunch of packs and hope I hit some sports cards. But yeah, hopefully soon, because that's my passion. But what I was going to say is, did you see? You're talking about AI agents. Did you see that? Oh, there's a bad echo. It's not stopping either. Um, the that remember that NFT project? It was called like the Sloppies, or what's it called? Um, it was like hand drawn, um, and they just looked like normal people, like normal nerdy high school people, and they just announced that every single one of their NFTs is going to be 1-to-1 with an AI agent, and your AI agent is going to look exactly like the NFT you own. Did you see that?
Oh, it looks like the echo is not just limited to in your ears. Hearing some Dort's getting the echo from the chat.
It's every time I unmute.
That sucks. I have no idea why we're getting these echoes now on X. It shouldn't be the case, but it's not just us. It's across the board. It is digital slop or digital.
Oh, there you go. Digital slop. That's the one.
Okay, cool. I guess. What like, and then what?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't read enough, but I don't know if that's something people want, or is that
floor right. Markets responding, at least in the short terms, up 10% on the day, 0.029 ETH. Cool. I guess just like, I don't know. Like I'm at a point like I need to see something more than just, it sounds cool, but okay. What are we doing with it now? I don't, maybe this is crazy, but are we, like, the LLMs have evolved so much in the last couple of years. I'm not saying we need more chatbots on X. I'm not saying we need more AI XBTs of the world, but I'm actually kind of surprised we haven't seen a new one drop, as the underlying models are so far superior. I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen another run at that, at least an attempt. But maybe they have, and they just haven't had success, and so it's not been talked about much. But yeah, here is J-Bon's take on CT says NFTs are dead, but why are digital slops pumping? They have their own on-chain AI agent counterparts via ERC 8004. This means each digital slop will have its own AI agent, and its characteristics will be based on the NFT traits. Digital slops up 37%. They've even up a little bit more. Floor price is now 0.02 ETH. Sloppish tech. Cool. I just, what do they do? Interesting, actually, but traits are just face and body. So if an AI agent is characteristic based on NFT traits, what are we getting? Assume there'll be some similarities in traits AI agents, but I don't know. The on-chain world is our canvas. We can paint it any color we want. This is just the start. We can develop each slop as we go along. I don't have all the answers, but I'm willing to SLAFO. Yeah, I mean, cool. I'm glad they're doing something. I just don't know. I don't know what it does. I do know that the bald eagles do something for me. Diablito flexing once again with his army of bald eagles. See, we had a couple other speakers. Shallowin, Anthony, either one you have a thought on AI agents, and in particular, do we need our NFTs to become AI agents?
Good morning.
GM.
I think what's super interesting is, yes, do we need them? No. I think mainly because we need them to have some type of facility, right? Or some type of faculty to be able to run through a particular ecosystem, an AI agent for gaming, an AI agent for trading. You need to actually be able to apply these things in a way that drive value. Could you do these things with AI agent? People need to be guided. They need a user experience that helps add utility, add value. But most importantly, AI agents also need to be able to do things in a way that has rails. And so, no, I think it's nice to have, but it's definitely not something that is necessary unless there's an application for it.
I think you nailed it. I think it's one thing to make an AI agent out of the NFT cool. Then you need to guide us. Then what? Then are we playing a game with these AI agents? Are they trading for us? Are they a chat bot? Are they, what would be cool is I've seen a lot of, from influencer to bands, I've seen a lot of AIs create social media accounts and amass millions of followers, stream hundreds of thousands of music on Spotify. Like, I've seen businesses be built around AI agents. That'd be cool if someone that's done that and has how do you do that across 10,000? I don't know. And maybe that's part of the issue. 10,000 is just too many. But I'd like to see someone do something fun with an agent and then bring that into an NFT collection. That to me would get me more interested than just giving my NFT an agent personality. Quite frankly, I hold actually a think agent soul. I think there was going to be, maybe there is something there. I just got they lost me. I know there's been some change in leadership and stuff too, but, or maybe an acquisition, merger. I'm not exactly sure the specifics there, but do something cool with it and then bring that into the NFT world. I also saw another take that someone said these NFT brands, like, damn it, they do, damn if they don't. They ship something for their core following and supporters and they get FUD because they're just quote unquote extracting. They ship something for Web2 quote unquote normies and they get FUD for not incorporating their NFT holders and supporters. Which I say you can do both, but I think, and then the take was it's almost at a point where they need to go build another business or a product almost in stealth, and then once successful, introduce it back into their NFT supporter base. Maybe. I think at the end of the day, it's like it can't be forced. It's got to be something that it's just like gaming, like. Not just, don't just use the buzzword of an AI agent. Like, what are we doing with it? What does it do? Is it going to help me somehow? And is there value there beyond the speculative nature of number go up? Speaking of games, yeah, in addition to sports cards, the people want more. The people want more NES games, NES cartridges, and Pudgy World now officially landed on Amazon as well. I also saw some pushback. They turned on the freemium or the paid features. I think there's like a $10 season pass now, which makes sense. Get it. I expected that to be coming. I don't know. I hope you can buy it in Pingu. It'd be great if you could. But I saw some pushbacks. People were enjoying that it was just a free game. Now they feel pressure or they're at a disadvantage if they're not buying the season pass or the power up. I don't know. They got to make money. They got to turn the revenue faucet on at some point. Curious, anyone still playing Pudgy World? I went in and explored a little bit. Not really my thing, and I'm not incentivized enough to spend much time in there. So I've not really checked it out since its launch day. One more, we just got New York Stock Exchange partner with Securitize, developed 24/7 tokenized securities platform. Like, that's coming across the board. Like, stocks, the Wall Street is coming online. First they were talking 24/7. It looks like we're just speed running right to 24/7. So weekends are coming. It's going to be across the board. I'm not overly familiar with Securitize, but I think talk about like a catalyst and onboarding, like tokenized stocks and 24/7 trading is going to bring a lot of people on chain. I just don't know how. I don't see the direct connection to how they then become an active participant. Or does someone who's trading stocks just go from trading stocks, 5 days a week from in bankers hours to now they can trade stocks anytime they want? Did they go deeper down the rabbit hole? I don't know. Like for me, in my journey, it was finding Top Shot, and that was an easy rabbit hole to go down. I don't know if the same thing quite. I don't know if it hits quite the same. We talk about going from trading stocks 5 days a week to trading stocks 7 days a week. It's too similar. It's basically the same thing, just adding some extra time. Whereas Top Shot was very different. It was the same but very different, and it was like, okay, this is better than what I familiar with previously. From was more an enhanced collectible, but it reduced friction significantly in the ability to buy, sell, and trade these things. I don't know as if the tokenized securities, while we know it is different, it's more of just like, oh, they just extended their hours. That's all. And I don't know as if that becomes like an on-ramp, whereas NFTs were an on-ramp for many. An idiot GM, welcome to the stage. What brought you up?
Yeah, good morning. I heard you mention people were. I haven't played. You were talking about Pudgy World, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I played it some. I didn't play it a lot yet. I've been meaning to get back to it. But for people to be upset that they incorporated Pingu payments, I would just say, almost every game I've ever played has a currency that you can buy. They almost always have a currency you can earn in game, and then a currency that you can buy and kind of speed run your progress. That's pretty common. It's not strange at all. And I don't know. I would just say it's not like there's a race to an NFT that's worth a lot and won't be soon or something like that. I mean, it's just a game. Everybody relax a little bit. Anyway, that's all I really wanted to say.
Yeah. It is just a game. I also think because of this space, and not just because of this space and people looking to, it's just, hey, how can we make money here? How can I make money on this? How can I make money on that? It's also a game, and what else? Like, people are looking for things to talk about. People are, as we talked about, people are bored. People are, crypto Twitter is dead. And so I think it's likely we get mountains made out of molehills more frequently.
Yeah, I agree. It's just, I mean, again, it's just a game. It's not, I don't think there's a big financialized opportunity there for Web3 people. It's just a game. I mean, if anything, it's just to proliferate the IP and for the company to make some money. And I guess in Web3, we call that extractive, like that's some kind of Web3 slur or something. But, they are a business. They need to make money.
Exactly. And more NFT native brands would behoove them to make money. It's not extractive, especially if it's fun. And these games, I mean, I'm sure they exist, but most games, I can't remember last time I downloaded a mobile game that didn't have some sort of power-ups or some sort of credits or season pass, or it's like they got to make money somehow. The games aren't free to host and run. I will talk about almost whatever you guys drop in the chat. Probably, I mean, maybe we go to the Solana conversation here in a bit. We'll talk about market update. One of the things we don't really talk about when I do this market update is Solana NFTs or ordinals for that matter. We'll talk about tokens, we'll talk about NFTs, but I go to OpenSea, and OpenSea doesn't support ordinals or Solana at this point. So I don't even, they're kind of like out of sight, out of mind. I still hold some Solana NFTs, might hold an ordinal or two, but nothing of value. I think, I mean, part of the conversation was, should Klano's bridge off of Solana? And maybe, I mean, next week, the founder or the president of Solana Foundation is probably going to say that NFTs are dead and they're not coming back. Like, Sol seems pretty dead. I'm going to actually go pull some DeFi Llama stuff because I know it's not. And I know there's still a lot happening. I know Pump Fun's still making probably millions of dollars a day. Who though? Like I don't know anyone still launching tokens on Pump Fun. I mean, they exist very clearly. I think when this all nets out, I'm trying to choose my words carefully because I don't want it to be something to be taken out of context. I'm not taking shots at Abstract or any of these others. Unless you have a reason for NFTs to be there, it's mainnet or multi-chain. It's mainnet or work with Unvault or someone like Unvault to where you can have you can go multi-chain with these NFTs. I think you want to. NFT liquidity is not much, and yes, Unvault's a sponsor, but the reason we partner with them and did a longer term campaign is what they're doing is important, and it could really move the space forward. It could really help, if not save, some NFT collections. We'll do our royalty report tomorrow and take a look at the past week, but it's without even looking, it's going to be brand new collections that are trading, and you get the after mint out volume pump, or B, it's going to be those that have moved to royalty protected contracts, and they're making real money. Like, despite NFT volumes being way down, these are collectibles. They're not. I don't think they were ever intended, most collections anyways, intended to be traded with extreme volume and extreme velocity. It's collectors collect, and you don't need tens of millions of dollars a week in trading volume. But when you're seeing any trading volume, you should be getting your scrape. Like, that stuff adds up. And I think beyond the royalties for as a revenue source for the brand, it helps protect the collection. I don't know a better word for it, but it mitigates against flippers and farmers. And you're getting more and more people that I'm also a little sleepy. I was up. Cold open I did not hit on. Pain was, you all know my bedtime. First of all, I was blaming the World Baseball Classic for keeping me up past my bedtime like 3 days in a row. Then last night, I forgot I had a childhood friend who looped me into a fantasy baseball draft. Fantasy baseball, he was a keeper league. They've all been playing for like 20 years. I haven't played fantasy baseball for years, at least not redraft or keeper league. Anyways, I agreed to do it. And before I agreed to do it, or after I agreed to do it, I found out the draft is at 8:30 p.m. So I was up to like 10:30, 11 o'clock last night drafting a freaking fantasy baseball team. Little dragging this morning. I'm going to have to go get a coffee break here in a second, and might need to mainline this second cup of coffee. Actually, I'm going to do that. I'm going to hand it off to Shalin. Shalin, the mic is yours. And if you're done before I get back, Joey or an idiot can jump in, but I should just be about 60 seconds or so. Shalin, go ahead, take it.
Oh, good. Thank you. No, so I think what's interesting is that, we talked about this last week, obviously, because of March Madness. And I think the bigger take on that is, if you want to talk about adoption, utilizing crypto rails, it's prediction markets. We're talking about being the billions, and you're starting to see this, accumulate even more as the tournament goes on. What's really interesting to me really is the value of utilizing smart contracts, right? Every single one of these prop bets that people are putting themselves in, and they're positioning themselves in terms of trying to make money, whether that's off of sports betting, whether that's off of politics, even the war. You see more and more money and liquidity going to that. And so we are here. There's early adoption. There's mass people doing it all over the world. And I just think it's one of those things that people are kind of understating, just because it's become literally part of the culture, part of the landscape, part of the things that we're seeing every single day. When you see it on CNBC, when you see it on, your favorite, award show, and they're talking about, Polymarket or Kalshi. I just think that we become so over marketed to and saturated with it that it's no longer a topic. But there's obviously so much volume that's going on that's not being discussed, and not necessarily not discussed all the time, but it is regularly being discussed on even these market shows. So just wanted to make sure to add that sentiment to that. We've already hit massive adoption, and people just don't think about it because these smart contracts just run so automatically, that I think that's undersold. So would love to hear what everyone else thinks.
Joey or an idiot, thoughts on that?
I mean, I don't do. I'm the worst one to talk about this. I don't really do sports betting or anything. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a sports man. Why is the echo so bad for me? I'm gonna maybe let me leave and come back, Cap.
Yeah, because I think it is just you. Well, maybe it's not just you, but others were saying not hearing the echo. I don't think from an idiot or Shallon. Like it's maybe a. I mean, it's adjacent hard pivot. Maybe we're talking about agents. Are we missing it here with NFT collections and prediction markets? Like, is there a way for them to? I know actually, somewhat related. Clutch markets and is built in the prediction market arena. There, we talked about it yesterday on the show. They had a free mint yesterday, which most people were eligible for. They allow listed a lot of NFT collections. Pulled a pixel pup with a crown, floor up to 0.02 ETH, which not bad for a free mint. That crown 0.032. We'll take it. And I don't know the answer. I don't know the direct tie-in, but
I'll say this on AI agents with sports prediction. I am echoing now. The Bears team had free brackets that would be paid.
yep.
You could use an AI to. It could go through various different ways of like it could set up brackets through like potential upset, through optimizing for defense, through optimizing for just overall stats. You could point the AI in which way you wanted it to optimize for, and it could do all your brackets for you. So I mean that's kind of one cool application.
Yeah, I think you're onto something here. I think, and actually, this is my reminder. I'm sure the general dropped the bearish buy of the day down in the chat. Yeah, I just saw it. No, actually, we may not have a bearish buy of the day. We just have it. Oh, there it is. The DINS deal of the day. 5404, ranked 20,054. The floor is now 0.0596. I know they ran a little bit on bearish. AF did anyways on the announcement of basically like Abstract's version of Blast Jackpot, where they're going to start rewarding for holding certain selections, certain NFTs, certain tokens. And in the screenshot, in the example, is it like, so apparently it's getting worse. You're even hearing.
I had to just turn my volume down so I couldn't hear my own echo.
You're even hearing the echo when
so
I speak now. It's not just guest speakers. You guys are hearing the echo on when I talk.
I don't hear it when you
it's only
talk.
for guests.
I only hear it when it's the people on stage. Like I could hear myself echoing. I could hear them echoing.
Yeah.
Even when I was in the audience, I heard it.
No idea what it might be. Head to YouTube though. YouTube is echo free. Echo less over on YouTube. YouTube, I think I pinned it up top. Yes, all the way to the left. Head over to YouTube. Join us in the YouTube chat. Hit the like and the subscribe while you're over there. I apologize. I just don't know what it is. And I do think it's X. It's not just our show. It's something X Spaces related. Hopefully they get it fixed in short order. It is just for guests getting confirmation on that. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's frustrating though. Apologize. So it's weird because an idiot and Joey are both echoing, but Shallowin is not. Shallowin, how are you connected? Are you on mobile?
Mobile in my car on the Bluetooth. Oh, I can hear it now. Shoot.
Now you're getting an echo?
Yeah, now he's echoing.
Jesus. Joey brought some sort of echo virus. It's contagious.
Oh my God, we all got to start wearing masks again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wish I had a fix. This is when it's frustrating. Like I'll troubleshoot, but okay, I do have a real quick aside, and then I saw Snacks joined us as well. Improve Alpha Degen. Definitely cold open material, but related to troubleshooting, I have a Peloton, and I've been grinding 75 hard, so I'm working out twice a day for a few weeks now. Had to start over, but we're back at it, and I wiped down my Peloton on Sunday, cleaned the bike, and go get on it yesterday, and it's not recognizing resistance or speed. It's just like all the not ratings, all the measurables, all the data at the bottom is not changing at all. It's all on zeros. I'm like, what did I break? Could I unplug something? So I ask Claude. Claude's like, oh yeah, very common. There's a magnet on the pedal. You must have knocked off the magnet. So I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I mean, kind of a flawed design, but okay. And I spent, I don't know, a half hour looking for this magnet. I went through the trash can where I threw in some wipes away. Like, man, I couldn't find anywhere. So then I'm searching Peloton and aftermarket sites trying to find these replacement magnets. Couldn't find them anywhere. I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense. It tells me there's magnets, but I can't find the magnets anywhere. So the basically, like, when every time the wheel goes around, the magnet is the sensor reads the magnet, and that tells how fast you're going. Made sense logically. And then they're like, or you might have unplugged something. So I unscrewed like the cup holders up front. I'm checking these cords. I kid you not, I spent like half hour, maybe more, troubleshooting, trying to search these lost magnets, and then finally asked ChatGPT. So while I'm a Claude homer, and I've shifted the majority of my daily grind over to Claude, I still use ChatGPT occasionally. And I asked ChatGPT, and it also first said, well, probably a magnet, probably unplug something. And then, but then it said, after you make sure you unplug, the cord, make sure all the cords are tight, power it off for a full 2 minutes. Kid you not, after spending, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes trying to troubleshoot getting my Peloton working again, I simply unplugged it for 2 minutes, plugged it back in, and it all worked just fine. So once again, your alpha of the day is the same tech troubleshooting alpha that's existed for the last 20 plus years. If something stops working, unplug it, leave it unplugged for 30 seconds. I usually 30 seconds. The Peloton said 2 minutes for some reason. Unplug it, leave it unplugged, plug it back in, and it's going to work 90. I just don't know how to unplug X. Nikita, if you're listening, can you go tell your engineers to go to the server, just unplug. I don't care if it rugs the space. If it gets rid of the echo, just rug us, unplug the spaces link. Maybe go the full 2 minutes. Let's take the Peloton advice, unplug it for 2 minutes, then plug it back in. And it just fixes things. It fixes the Roadcaster. It fixes the Peloton bike. It clearly has to fix spaces. But if you're frustrated with spaces like I am, just over to YouTube. Like Thomas says, amazing audio and video, all for free. Pivot to YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, like, you can even see like a few new additions we talked about over the weekend. Not fully done yet. We got the phone surgeon sign. We added the on air sign. I don't know. Do you like the on air sign? Should I kill it? Do we like it back there? We got the full array of Ape Fest posters from Hong Kong to Vegas to Ape Fest 1, the 4 from Ape Fest 2. What do we I'm trying to think what else we got over here. We've got to go the other direction. I think those are mostly the same. Yeah, the on air. It's harder than you think to point behind you when you're mirrored. It's much harder than you think. Do you like it? Payne saw it, didn't want to derail me. I'm derailed. Today I'm derailed. I got my coffee, but I've not drank it. Maybe we turned it like coffee with Cap into real coffee with Captain. And I start doing, I don't know, has anyone ever done it? I've bonged some wild stuff before, like beer bongs to, we'll just keep it at beer bongs. But should I like start beer bonging coffee, shotgunning coffee? I have get one of the canned coffee protein drinks and do a shotgun on the show. Should we make that a segment?
Definitely, we need proof of drink.
I'm willing to do some creative stuff. Like, they say crypto Twitter's dead. I mean, maybe this is what we need to bring back the excitement in the trenches, is start shotgunning and beer bonging or coffee bonging coffee here on the show. But Payne, do you like the on-air sign? I'm not going to, my feelings will not be hurt if you guys don't like it. Should we leave it on air? I think I can make it flash. it is, if you can't see, you probably can't see it from there, the O is a board T logo, is a board T sticker. But yeah, do we keep the love the on-air sign? Okay, we'll keep it. Producer Payne says he loves it. We'll keep it. No flash. Yeah, that's what I figured. I feel like I need one more poster. I know it's a lot and it's giving me the cluttered look, but I feel as if maybe if not a poster, maybe I do some memorabilia, some sports memorabilia on the other side. I did Ashita. I don't know if Ashita's out here anymore, but long time regular here on the show. I think life got busy. It's hard to see the actual painting, but that was from Ashita. Gave me at one of these in real life events, and yeah, you can't see them. But this is like my pride and joy. I've got to get these canvases on I got to get them stretched. My Haley, oldest daughter, did these, and the one up here was her first super rare piece. So that series, I just need to get them that's plain canvas paper. I need to get them on canvas stretchers to get them hung, and they're not like normal sizes, so easier said than done. More white light, less blue, in his opinion. I really don't have that much blue. I only have, there's one bar down here, and then there's one over here that lights up behind the thing. I don't know. And the white lights are, I do have more white lights if we want to bring it in, but drop off is consistent, but echo is just this one. Listen to quite a few spaces. The only one that has this problem in. We've had others tell us they're having the same echo problem. So I wonder, process elimination, what this might be. Says no issues hosting welcome ape space. Maybe it is a Rodecaster thing. Maybe that's the common denominator between Jesus and I's, or something now with X spaces and Rodecaster that is something's breaking there. And maybe others that aren't having the echo are not not using, they're just going straight.
I don't think we've ever had this particular echo problem on Reality Check.
No, not from the guest speakers.
No, I mean, I'm typically a guest speaker, right? I mean, he's the host. But even the people that aren't co-hosts, I don't usually hear any echoes. Kenny's the only one, but I think Kenny props his phone up funny and it catches a weird echo every now and then.
Well, I will yeah, I'll do some troubleshooting. There's one other, maybe what I'll do tomorrow is, I don't want to do it right now just because it could break things worse, but tomorrow I'll go, because right now I'm just wired directly in via the lightning cable, USB-C. Tomorrow I'll go back to the iRig. We'll route it through that and see if that eliminates the echo. Who knows? Snacks, GM, pleasure as always. What brought you up this morning?
GM. Oh, we are echoing. Sorry, everyone. I'll try and speak softly. So the agent conversation and the NFTs had me thinking, first of all, I still haven't found great stuff to do with agents. But the promise of NFTs has always been community, IP, distribution. And in the age of AI, it feels like those are the only modes, because product is going to zero in terms of cost. So when Pudgies releases this game, I assume it was largely vibe coded. I think it was cool. That's what I want to see more of.
Say that again. What do you want to see more of from Pudgies?
From everybody, I want to see them shipping, because the cost of shipping is lower than it's ever been. But everybody still has, well, some still have community, right? They still have IP. And distribution comes with community.
So just ship more stuff, essentially.
It feels like it's the time to ship stuff. If you're still around, ship.
Yeah, I think I agree. Ship without the expectation it's not going to send the floor price. You're building a business and you're not going to sell millions of these things. But I think, yeah, just ship more stuff. Well, I saw we had Hinlow out there. I was going to invite him up, but I think we lost him already. Speaking of AI agents, would have been perfect. If anyone is in Hinlow's DMs wants to let him know, I would like to get him back on here. I missed the wasn't quick enough to join. Probably heard that echo when we scared him off. Yeah, just ship. Ship small wins. Like you mentioned Pudgies. We shared they just, obviously just shipped Pudgy World recently. They just put it on we just went live on Amazon. Customize your Pingu with official licensed digital wearables from everyday fits to rare collectibles. Each trait unlocks instantly through your Pudgy Pass. Common traits $4.99, uncommon traits $5.99, rare traits $6.99, epic traits $7.99. Browse the full collection in the Penguins brand store. Welcome to the Berg. Like, I don't care about that, but it's something, and I'm sure there's people that do. So cool. Just ship more stuff. They did introduce Pudgy Pass. Complete missions across the Berg or battle points, level up your pass, and unlock exclusive traits along the way. More information below. Makes sense. I don't want to say these are table stakes, but kind of are. By the way, Vibe Set 3, Burb, and Pingu coming Q2 2026. Combination of Penguins, Pudgy Penguins, and Moonbird's IP, 195 new cards. And
icebreakers, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for, is this icebreakers, which, yeah, here, I think it's cool. Like, great way to lean into the IP with something that's not directly a penguin, but ice and penguins go together. Icebreakers make sense. So you've got a fun social game designed to bring you and a loved one closer. Draw a card, answer a question, break the ice together, get yours. Like, not an original thing. They teamed up with Play Monsters, the Genius Mind award-winning games that bring people together to launch icebreakers. Play Monsters might have another icebreaker type game. They just incorporated the Pudgy Penguin IP into this. It's available exclusively here. I haven't even looked to see how much it is. Yeah, $30 for the couples edition. Not bad. Is this going to make or break Pudgy Penguins? No. But it's just another, to Snacks's point, they just shipped something else. And it's not like, oh, we got to do an announcement, build this thing up like it's the greatest thing ever. It's just shipping things. More of this. Now, who's buying this? I don't know. Get it on the shelf. Get it on the shelf at Walmart. People, like, icebreaker is a pretty simple concept. Like, you can see Pudgy Penguins icebreaker. It's perfect for date night. You're gonna have an idea of exactly what it is. It's 150 conversation prompts to bring you closer. Easy to explain, easy to understand. Someone goes in Walmart and they buy this icebreakers game, are they going to rush out and buy a Pudgy Penguin NFT? No, but it's generated extra revenue for Pudgy Penguin. Now, it looks like today it's just direct to consumer, but with their relationships and their distribution, I wouldn't be surprised to see this at the game store at Walmart. It kind of went off without a ton of fanfare. I mean, it did get 70,000 views, but I don't know. More stuff, more, not just royalties, not just physical products, all the above, build a real business. And I think it's such a long game. I think where I'm still coming back to is like, what, if anything, is there anything that will be a great catalyst for onboarding a new wave of people? And to that, I just don't know. But let's do this real quick. It's a good time. Top of the hour, 9:09 actually. Let's do a quick daily market update. I'll touch on this fear and greed indexes diverging. What's that mean? I don't know. Maybe it means nothing, but it seems like it should mean something. if that makes any sense at all. Let's do a proper play in here. The daily market update is brought to you by Awaken Tax. Head to awaken.tax, use code coffee50 or return coffee50 to save $50 off your Awaken Tax sub. You can also get free support on that 1099 DA form that you've likely gotten from Coinbase or Kraken. Go get your support for free. Go use the best crypto tax software that is in the marketplace today. It's crypto natives building crypto products and continually updating their app, their software. The daily market update brought to you by Awaken Tax.
It's market update time. Let's set the play. Powered by Awaken, the smart tax way. From crypto flips to DeFi stacks. They keep it clean. Got your back. Grab your coffee. Let's break it down. Daily update right now.
Again, it's our daily market update brought to you by Awaken Tax. Head to awaken.tax, use code coffee50 or return coffee50 to save $50 off over to Awaken Tax. Starting with tokens. I was going to go to NFTs. We're going to start with tokens. Bitcoin basically flat, 70,776. Been a volatile 24 hours. Same with ETH, basically flat, up 0.5% to 2154. XRP down about 1% to 141. BNB down 1%. Solana up 1% to 91. Doge up 1% to 9.4 cents. Hyperliquid up 1%. And so again, while it seems flat, really was pretty choppy. Some ups and downs. Volatility continues, and I think probably safe to assume, man, BitTensor, I said it, I think yesterday it was certainly in the twos, up another 10% on the day. Real FOMO kicking in with BitTensor. That is the trade of the day I should have made. I talked about it, did not make the move, and here it is, up another 10% on the day. If anyone knows anyone in that BitTensor ecosystem, actually, I might reach out to Bunchu and see if we can get someone on the team here, because something is certainly happening. It's caught my attention beyond just price action, and on the topic of AI, I know they're doing a lot on that front, but I missed the trade so far. Maybe we get a pullback. Looking at NFTs, I mentioned Pixel Pups, that new free mint up to 0.02. Punks are down 3% on the day. Pudgies up 0.5% on the day to 4.15. Apes up 3.9% to 5.35. Azuki flat at 0.7. Mutants up 2.6% to 0.78. Moonbirds flat at 0.92. Grifters, pretty big dip. I'm guessing just with the low volume there. I'm guessing someone just maybe accepted a WETH bid, brought that forward down a little bit. Normies, the big winner on the day, up 38% to 0.05. Still hold a normie. No idea what happened there though. But congratulations to the holders of normies. Little Pudgies down 0.43. Doodles up 2% to 0.48. Hypers up 1% to 405 hype. Milady's down slightly. Creeps down slightly. Corky's up 0.1% to 1.15. And that's our daily market update brought to you by Awaken Tax. Head to awaken.tax, use code coffee50, or if you're a returning user, return coffee50 to save $50 off. One we haven't talked about is human resources. I've seen some people talk about them, but I have no idea what it is or what they're doing over there. This Max has also been popping on the trending charts last couple of days. Don't forget to go mint that Azuki Gate from OpenSea. It's a free mint. And Rex Bubbly, I think your claim day, you have till tomorrow to claim those the Moonbirds and Rect collaboration. Let's do this. While we're talking market update, I do want to circle back to fear and greed. So again, crypto fear and greed, 34. It's in the fear. Basically like middle of fear, not quite, last week or last month, it was extreme fear at 11. We've pulled back from like 43 where it was, but for the most part, it's been mostly up since it hit rock bottom in February. Where on the flip side, the overall fear and greed index from CNN is in extreme fear. It's down to 16, and a week ago it was 21. A month ago it was 43. So think about that. A month ago it was 43, while crypto was 11. And now crypto fear and greed's up to 34, and overall market is from 43 down to 16. I'm guessing it was 43 prior to the Iran conflict breaking out. I'm sharing the data. It hit me this morning that, man, that seems like a pretty big gap. I don't remember. I mean, they're not always the same, but I remember them used to being trading, or be not trading, but used to being similar. And I don't quite know what to make of it. If anyone has any thoughts on why the fear and greed indicator is diverging while cryptos is climbing and overarching market is dropping. What I say, February. So when it was all-time low ever for crypto, the general market was neutral a little over a month ago, call it 6 weeks ago. Crypto was at 5 and it was at 52, and it's been pretty much down only since, while crypto, as we saw, is not up only, but up big off the bottoms. Can anyone make anything like any sense of this? Like, why are they so different? Because price action really hasn't been. I mean, maybe, I guess you could say crypto is just kind of chopped in the last month, whereas like gold and silver hit their all-time highs and they've been down. I'm kind of reaching for straws here. I don't really know. It popped off the page to me when I was getting ready for the show today, and I thought, why is that? Curious if anyone else has any thoughts. But for the echoers, again, my apologies. Dwayne also adds no echo on Abstract. Hans with the big 500 Pingu tip over there. Greatly appreciate that. So yeah, Abstract and YouTube, we got no echoes. We'll do some troubleshooting. Yeah, I do host the space from my phone, but I've always hosted from my phone. So unless it's shifting, this will be the next thing we troubleshoot. We're going to go back to the iRig and the multiple chords instead of just the simplified version. But that's all I can think of. Hinlo, I see, is back in the audience. Hinlo, we were talking digital slops earlier. We were talking about AI agents and NFTs. No pressure, no obligation. And we are battling some echoes this morning from guest speakers. That said, if you would like to jump up and join us and talk a little bit about what all you're working on with digital slops and how you're incorporating AI, would love to chat through it. Be very timely. But again, no pressure, no obligations on the zero notice. But appreciate you being out there, and would be curious to hear your thoughts if you're up for it. If you can't make it today, we'll have to circle back and get you up here another day where schedule works a little better. But just at least wanted to extend that invite. You're welcome to join us. We could circle back and chat a little more about digital slops, as well as what AI agents can unlock when we talk about incorporating them into our NFT collections. But again, no pressure. Back to the fear and greed. Diablito says people aren't sure where to put their money. Crypto probably looking okay right now. Maybe it's still, in times of uncertainty, you'd think the further out the risk curve, the more fearful people get. I'm struggling to reconcile it. I'm not complaining. I don't get it. Yeah, Oxy, we probably should get Funky on to talk about Tau. We'll see. Maybe Funky knows someone from the team as well that could join us here. Funky is a legend in this Tampa area. Has been hosting some pretty strong meetups, some movers and shakers. I need to get to one. I would love him to do one like on at 5 p.m., not at like 8 o'clock at night. It's, as you can tell, I stay up past my bedtime, and it has a carry-on effect to the following day. So we talked about Pudgy's digital outfits going live on Amazon. Again, while not something I'm rushing out to buy, I get it, makes sense. Probably table stakes for any games like this. We were randomly talking about pickleball accidents earlier. Apparently the Hornets co-owner, Rick Schnall, just put $5 million into Pro Paddle League. I can see that taking off as a up and coming sports league. Not deep in the pickleball streets, but I have played. I do have a pickleball or pickleball paddle, pickleball racket. What are they called? Rackets, paddles? I guess paddle would be appropriate. Other, I do have a few like high level stuff. I'm kind of punning because it's not the most exciting conversational pieces. I do have a fun RWA topic that might surprise people. I don't really want to go down the drama street, but it does get the people going. I'm not going to swap the title. I'm not going to bait people with the title, but I will share because people were talking about it, and I shared this with this guy. I like Serpent, so I'm definitely not going at Serpent here. I just saw several people in the timeline, so I'm reading. This is right from my Twitter news summary. Ethos, a Web3 platform that scores user credibility through vouchers and slashes, saw its founder Serpent target Hydrays, a defendant in the $440 million Ponzi scheme involving Trade AI and StackX. The slash vote drew 1,346 participants and failed 57% to 42.5%. Sparring taxed Serpent a 320-point loss from his revered rank of 2580. That's his Ethos score. I think it's top on the platform. Defenders highlighted Hydra's presumptions of innocence and claims of losing $250,000 while warning others, while critics accuse Serpent of platform manipulation like revoking verification and Discord access. The episode exposed tensions in crypto's reputation systems, with Hydra's noting it brought Ethos more attention than ever. I think it first started Gorilla said every time Serpent does one of these marketing stunts, it removes credibility from Ethos. From when he copy pasted review bombed 100 KOL simply for having their name on a list, which is entirely out of their control, to now slashing Hydra's for being guilty by association to take away his exemplary reputation on the platform. Feels like he'll throw anyone under the bus just to get attention. As for Hydra's slash, it failed because it was under 40%. Serpent would have lost 320 points, stripping him of his number one ranking on his own platform. However, in the final hours, despite the loss being a lock, a few people changed their vote from defend to slash, pushing it over 40%, nulling any point loss. From what I've been told, Serpent reached out to a few people to get the vote in his favor to protect his reputation, basically manipulating his own platform. One that stands out is Buzz, who voted 3 days ago, writing about the slash not making sense. So why did he decide to switch to slash at the last moment? In Grilla's opinion, Serpent deserved a 320-point loss for this. I know he'll say, if you feel that way, slash me, but the odds of a slash to the founder of the platform or passing are near zero. I also don't care what someone else's Ethos score is, so this isn't my war to fight. I like the platform and think it's a good idea, and I want my airdrop, but this kind of stuff makes me not want to use it. Focus on score integration and growth, not CT drama or clout chasing. Wasn't involved, didn't see it, only saw the after fact, but people have some thoughts on it for sure. Mainly, Sansa says, couldn't agree more. Founders should not be trying to influence anything on this kind of product, let alone reach out to people to change their vote. Destroys credibility, and potentially Ethos actually had a making of it in the space. Sucks to see. Kook, who's maybe the most notorious fudder on this app, said I was told everyone Ethos was manipulated from the beginning, that the founder is a bad actor. I don't know about that. I think Serpent's. I have nothing. Never rubbed me the wrong way. Maybe questionable activity here though, but anyways, I don't know if anyone got caught up in that drama or not. Like I said, not gonna change the title or go deep there, but was in the news and at least wanted to be fair to all parties and at least cover it at the high level. I guess we will. Yeah, I'm not going back to geopolitical crises. I mean, Gulf allies did apparently enter the war. Should have tanked the market, I guess. Didn't. Reports are that Saudi Arabia and UAE both moving to join the Iran conflict. Oil jumped another 4% on the headline, on top of the 112 Brent we saw yesterday. Bitcoin up on the news. Some saying it's a signal. I don't know if it's that deep. Trump said he postponed the strikes, and then I saw someone else saying that they've struck those targets since. So I really don't know. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's enough to say, oh, it's decoupled. I think right now things are just going to continue to be volatile. That's really all I know. I don't. Yeah. So if anyone has any thoughts, comments, whether it's on the fear and greed divergence, whether it's on icebreakers or Pudgy World or the ethos situation, feel free to come up and join us on stage. We'll power through the echo, or just drop your comments in the chat down below, and I will do my best to get to any and all questions. What news is 6 years old? Mayhem, what did I miss? What news is 6 years old? Sailor bought the top again. I don't know how he does it. It is kind of odd to me that like one of the largest holders of Bitcoin has just continually top blast. He bought another 1,000 Bitcoin, 76 million worth at an average price of 74,326 per coin. Brings their total now to 762,000 Bitcoin. And they've announced a renewed $42 billion capital raising program. Just continues to double down in the middle of this war and not shaken whatsoever. Again, it is just odd how that he continues to top blast after top blast, at least local tops. They do hold, Strategy now holds 3.6% of the total supply of Bitcoin that will ever exist. So let me check comments, see if there's any other additional questions. I do have a couple things we hit on yesterday. I'm going to reshare again the cube. This is a social experiment on Mega ETH. There is a 10-question assessment you need to complete, and then it's going to mint is maybe tomorrow. It's either tomorrow or Thursday. But the $1 million top prize. So you're going to talk about like, oh, crypto's boring, CT's dead. Well, here's a chance to win $1 million. Now it's not free. There is the mint's going to be around 0.2 or 0.25 ETH. I think it'll settle once I think they're basically pegging it to a USD amount. I don't know exactly what that is though. Again, social experiment kicking off this week on Mega ETH. $1 million top prize. Basically, the TLDR is you gotta go break these cubes, find these cubes, and then the whoever breaks the last cube is the winner. I don't know. I have zero expectation. Do your own research. I don't do this. Don't go mint to expect to win $1 million, but someone's going to. Where is it coming from? I don't know. We will to attempt to get the team on, although I would say it's been kind of stealth building so far, and Anon. So take that all for what it's worth. I really don't think it's going to be a rug or anything of the sort. Pretty credible. I at least know at least one of the team members, and good actor as far as I know. But again, there's a 10 question intake assessment. If you plan to mint, probably complete that assessment prior to mint day. And 100 codes. We have 100 discount codes. You get 10% off mint if you use the code. It is like an affiliate link, it's a ref link, so we get a percentage of that mint back as well to the Coffee with Captain account. So no obligations at all, but I just posted that in the chat. I'll pin it up top now. If you're interested in checking out something new social experiment, have some fun with it. Again, $1 million is certainly not nothing. I saw Alpha Degen. What were you posting regarding Pudgy World?
I was just reading that, and maybe I'm looking at old news, but it's saying about Pudgy launching mystery boxes and Amazon gaming traits. Is that old news?
No, we hit on it a little bit ago. They just turned on Pudgy World went live on Amazon, so you can
okay.
You can buy different traits. There's like 4 tiers of traits you can buy on there, and potentially win a more rare trait, I guess.
Okay, got it.
Again, I'm not knocking it. It's not my thing, but I do think makes sense. Good for these social games. Some people will buy, and kind of like, I'm not buying Telegram stickers, but if you're there, like, may as well drop them. May as well make a little bit of revenue off of these digital assets. So again, the Cube pinned up top. If you're interested, go check it out. Not a paid promotion, but like I said, it is a ref code, so affiliate link. So indirectly, it is. If you do mint, we'll get a little share of that. Let's do this. We'll have kind of a last half hour will be open mic. If there's any additional topics, any additional thoughts, anything you want to double tap on or go deeper, Crypto Twitter's dead, so we're reaching this morning. I kid. But if you do have anything you'd like to talk more about, by all means, we'll have a little bit of flexibility. But I do want to hit on our Keeping It Real with Doma, our RWA segment of the week. This is brought to you by Doma, bringing the world's domains on chain. Go check out doma.xyz. We got 18-second intro video here, and then we'll get into Keeping It Real this week. Silver getting tokenized. Hong Kong opening up a new door for RWAs. We'll be right back.
Buying domains was low, Doma changing the game. One bridge, one standard, now the systems move the same. Registrar, stay central, keep the trust and control. DNS and compliance, still they play the key role. Traded on chain, let new markets arise. Domain value unlocked. Welcome to DomainFi.
To life. There we go. I'm back. A little bit of lag. Looks like I'm frozen on my end. Hopefully that's not the case. Alpha Proof out, DJ. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, 100% over here.
I'm pausing just because I think my Chrome is crashing. I've got like a black screen, nothing else on it. I will refresh if it stays this way. I don't have too many tabs open. I would like to share one of these tabs when I'm going to talk about what Hashkey chain is doing. It's a leading institutional grade public chain in Hong Kong.
But I love the hoopla and all the energy surrounding the tournament.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think they're gonna have to make some changes, I think. Like, part of the fun, I think we're back. So I'm back, but it still looks like it's lagging a little bit. I'll read this article because I think it's the one I just opened up is causing the issues in Chrome. But apologies for the tech issues today. One of these days we'll get a flawless show, but the pursuit of perfection keeps me coming back. Let's come back to March Madness because I want to get this read done, and then I'm going to close this article. But I will share it for those that are watching on video right now, assuming I don't freeze or lock up. It is really struggling at the moment. All right, we're going to do this quickly. I'll also grab the article and put it up top, but be careful. It's probably going to infect your computer with some sort of virus from Manila. This is from the Manila Times. Hong Kong Hashkey chain, leading institutional grade public chain, announced its support for on-chain issuance and operation of a regulated silver-backed RWA tokens, crucial underlying carrier of Hashkey's group, next generation financial infrastructure. Hashkey continues to offer on-chain RWA assets, is onboarding institutional funds, on-chain issuance and circulation. Project initiated by a Timeless Resources Holding Groups, which its subsidiary Silver Times Limited, which supplies the physical underlying assets. So I think that one of the key, it's not just a ticker that represents silver. It's actually one-to-one backed with silver, and it's another market, in this case, Hong Kong, who is a big crypto player. It's a significant breakthrough for precious metal RWAs in Hong Kong. Further demonstrates Hashkey's practical capabilities in advancing the on-chain issuance and circulation of real assets with a compliant framework. Silver tokens enable professional investors to own fractional interest in physical silver, with each token backed one-to-one by 1 troy ounce of 0.999 fine physical silver stored in secured vaults operated by a reputable independent third-party service provider. As an ETH Layer 2 solution, Hashkey Chain provides robust smart contract functionality, low transaction costs, broad compatibility with the Ethereum ecosystem, and the technical infrastructure is dedicated to ensure all transactions are efficient, secure, verifiable on-chain. Similar to like 24/7 trading, bringing these precious metals, bringing RWAs on-chain, just unlocks more from perps, different derivatives, and doing so in regulated one-to-one back. Like it's another step forward. And kind of like the overarching point today, though, while it's good and makes sense, I could just see these, like the users, the buyers of silver, just now maybe buying it on chain. I don't know as if it's going to, they're going to go buy some tokenized silver and then all of a sudden they become an active crypto participant. But I do think we just see more and more. So RWAs, AI agents, I think are two of the catalysts. I mean, they're moving forward. They're going to be bringing more people on chain. They're going to be bringing more liquidity on chain. The dot I haven't connected yet is how does that go from a new on-chain segment to pulling those users, I don't want to say through the funnel because they're not like to any specific project per se, but rather how do they go from just buying a silver RWA or using an AI agent to becoming an active on-chain participant? I don't know. I don't know the answer, but I would someone figures it out. I think that could be another big catalyst. But before I get too far away from that, don't forget we're talking real world assets. Doma Protocol is the world's first DNS compliant blockchain built to tokenize real world assets at internet scale, 390 million domains, paradigm backed, multi chain across ETH, Solana base, Avalanche, as well as their own chain. RDBAs, as we talk about, up only. It's up and to the right, 27 billion and climbing. Doma is the infrastructure. Go check it out, doma.xyz. And we're about a month out from Bitcoin Vegas in Dominion, their DomainFi conference out there. If you're going to be in Vegas, for sure, circle Dominion on your list, and more soon on that. We'll maybe have some discount codes on Thursday for those that are looking to attend. I would just ask that use them if you're actually going to attend. Don't take one if you're not going to make it. Don't use one. We are limited in terms of the discount codes we have. I'm hard pivoting into things talking about what's going on crypto Twitter. Well, what interests you? Do you like poker? Because if you like poker, there's a new poker league spearheaded by Green Visor Gang. Green Visor Gang Web3 Community Poker League. Community versus community. We're going to do a coffee with Captain team. We've already got word we're locked in. So, but this is serious. I play to compete. If you're going to play, if you want to throw your name in the hat, at least understand how to play Texas Hold'em. You don't have to be GTO. You don't have to be a pro. But we can only, it's limited. We can only have 12 players. It'll be 10 starting players, 2 backup players, and then the backups can substitute between tournaments only. After 5 tournaments, the team with the highest score wins. So while each tournament you're competing against other individuals, how it works is like the better you do, the better each individual does. it's 5-point system tournaments. The players, like I said, can be individually, but every final table finish pumps points straight to the community total. After tournament 5, the highest cumulative points wins the league. First place gets each tournament gets 12 points, second 10, all the way down to ninth place gets 2 points. So like if we do Coffee with Captain, our Coffee with Captain team goes first, second, third in a tournament, we would get 30 points in total. And then after 5 events, whoever has the most points wins. There is going to be prizes. Winner will get a custom one of a kind $1,000 piece of jewelry. Bragging rights is obviously, and then community cash showdown. There'll be USD, NFTs, project reward tokens, etc. Communities are going to kind of add to the kitty. Right now, it's going to start with that custom prize and the $250 base. But I have a feeling, seeing some of the other communities getting in on this, the prize pool will level up. And like I said, bragging rights for sure. So I would love to go take down some of the larger communities with our core Coffee with Captain community. If you're interested, hit me up in the DMs. Let me know you like inland poker. I can't guarantee it. Don't hold it against me if we can't get you in. I may ask for your poker resume. I'm kidding. It's not going to get that deep, but I would like to get some rounders rounded up, for lack of a better word, to take this thing down. So Green Visor Gang, if you're still out there, appreciate you pulling that together. He was in there earlier. I think we might have lost him, but again, if you're into poker, something fun to do while we wait for markets to come back. 97% ranked tournament player in PokerStars in 2010. Be Epic, you're in. Appreciate the poker resume. Anyone else that's a 97 percentile or better, you can also join the squad. But in all seriousness, let's win this thing. Let's take it down. And bragging rights, we will brag for sure. Proof of DJ, anything else on your radar today? Anything else you're looking at? I know we had a mint yesterday with Pixel Pups that did well. Anything else as far as like mints or anything, any activations, anything you're paying attention to today?
I'm kind of watching closely the I think it's pronounced Tatsu, Tatsu. I don't know. I'm not a English language specialist, but definitely I think it's Tatsu. But it's a small collection of 200, right? And so I didn't know anything about it until I saw TMA talk about it, and so I started looking into it, and it's shaping up to have some weird mechanics behind the actual collection. And so I'm watching it closely. I will disclose that I am a holder of this collection, but it's not a paid share. So Nikita, leave us alone. But man, it's weird how it's unfolding and nobody's saying anything. I'm like, are you guys going to make a AMA? Are you going to do a Twitter space or anything? You're going to dispel some information, but they just keep just kind of putting a little thing out here and a little thing out here, and this echo is I'm struggling with this echo, but definitely. That's something that I'm watching, man, and it's pretty strange how it's out there holding the floor. Nobody said anything, but there are some pretty interesting mechanics that are unfolding behind the community itself. So that's one thing that I'm watching.
Okay. This one here, manga art, TATSU_NYC.
Correct.
2 new top sales. This is 44 minutes ago. One went for 1.1 ETH, another for 1.01.
Yeah, nobody's saying anything. I'm like, where is this coming from? But I'm interested, and so now I'm sitting here just watching the computer. I'm studying, refreshing the page, like, hey, what's new? What's new? What's new? But yeah, that's what I'm checking it out. Hopefully, there's some new developments that they come out and say, oh yeah, hey, you know what? This is X, Y, and Z. As the artist or something.
Yeah, first time hearing of it for me. Here is the current floor is 0.031. Top offers 0.0244. They're black.
So there are 2 collections.
Okay, I was saying they're black and white, and then I saw the colorized versions, but that's a separate collection.
Right. So the colorized version was the one that minted a few days ago, and then just right behind that, like a few days later, they just took the snapshot. Well, I'm sorry, that's probably the same day. They took the snapshot of the holders, and then they just airdropped the black and white collection to the same wallets that qualified in the snapshot. And so I'm just kind of watching this, and they're not really saying anything like, "Hey guys, this is coming. Here's our roadmap," or I hate to say that word, but so I don't jinx the project. But
I mean, they called a
they're not
roadmap.
saying
That's actually caught
much
my
at all.
attention. They called a roadmap. I haven't seen a roadmap on a website for a while. They're bringing back the roadmap vibes and a white paper. Got a roadmap
There you
and a white
go.
paper.
Yeah, so it's interesting, man. I'm just kind of watching it, just sitting back watching it. It's on my radar, definitely. And again, I will reiterate, I'm a holder, so I'm not trying to pump that bag, but I'm seeing some interesting things come out of that from behind that collection, and I don't have an idea. I don't have a clue what's going on, but definitely something to watch.
Yeah, appreciate you sharing. I'll look a little more into it. As always, never any financial advice. Do your own research. I don't know the founders. I don't know the team. This thing could be a zero tomorrow. It is a New York-based brand. Everything from the first collection to future drops, 100% focused on brand growth, storytelling, and rewarding those who believe first. A couple things that did catch my attention just on the highlights here. A subscription system kicking off in Q2. Fans without NFTs will need to subscribe to access premium manga and animation content, creating consistent external revenue. Revenues now, if it's good, like I like the approach here. I'd like to see more of this. It's also got to be, at the end of the day, it's got to be stuff that people actually want to pay for and subscribe to. And then if they nail it on the product and they get subscribers, then you got a revenue split and a lottery in Q1 and Q3. 10% of net profits shared with holders quarterly. Additional 5% split among a few holders through a lottery as a token of early support. Merchandise drops in Q3 and new arcs and expansions in Q2 through Q4. More animation and manga arcs launched to grow the Tatsu universe, featuring characters owned by holders. So saying a lot of good things. Again, I'm not into like Pudgy World type games. I'm not into manga or anime either. But from what I can tell, the art looks solid. There's storytelling here. There's lore. I like that they're incorporating. They've got a world here. Gives me some Game of Thrones vibes. They've got I'm Awakening the Dragon right now. They've got ODD Studios is the brand behind this. And then also list some team members. As we mentioned, they're bringing back the roadmap and the white paper vibes. Some different mechanics to Alpha Degen's point of they got a mint. They immediately dropped him, a colorized version in a separate collection. I'm curious. I mean, I would love to see someone nail the subscription model in this space. It's so often people are like, oh, well, how do you keep an ongoing business and continue to drive value adds back to your holders and subscribers? You don't have money coming in. Well, subscriptions is one way to bring in ongoing revenue. You combine royalties to that. Now all of a sudden you're onto something. 200 handcrafted characters. Alpha Degen, we'll hand it back to you. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I wanted you to finish your thought because I was getting ready to talk about, kind of pivot a little bit to Del Mundo's and the Climeta flywheel, if you will. It's pretty interesting how the Del Mundo's community is integrating on-chain activity with actual earth positive and earth friendly donations into the Climeta flywheel. Have you heard about that?
No, I mean, I've heard about Del Mundo's and I saw they ran up a little bit again, but I have no idea what the latest is here.
Yeah, well, I've been catching it on the fly. I actually co-hosted the AMA on yesterday, and so it was a lot to unpack for me. I didn't get to all of it and go back to it and listen to it again, but they're doing a brand, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, not so mind you, I'm not in the Del Mundo's team, so if I misquote this, y'all blame it on my head, not on my heart. But they're doing an earth-friendly initiative, and I think it's labeled Climeta.
Mm-hmm.
And so what's happening is as the on-chain activity ensues and some of like what they're doing here in the next hour or two, which is one of a sale. So what they did, they went and melted down a bunch of silver. Now this is the very low end of what's happening. They melted down the silver, they made the pendants, and they're doing an auction, not a sale. They're doing an auction, and the auction proceeds are going to the Climate Initiative,
Okay.
which helps to the move the needle with the donations to the earth friendly causes. And as those are in parts of the flywheel that kind of help, like the subscription model, if you will. I'm definitely not the person to talk on this. We should probably get Benny or Charlie or Dan up here to talk about it. But it's the flywheel is very interesting. It bears some looking at because their motto, or I've heard them say a couple of times, we want to leave the world in a better place than where we found it. And so, regardless if I trip over getting that out, that part right there really tugged on my heartstrings. And so, I think it's an interesting flywheel to look at and to kind of highlight in this space.
Yeah, no, appreciate you sharing. I have been following along, wasn't aware of this one. I'll pin this. This just came out yesterday, this thread here. I'll pin it up top in case you missed it as well. But when I say, like, not being critical of any of the others, Snack said earlier, just ship stuff, whether it's nonprofit or philanthropic stuff, whether it's a small game, whether it's some digital, like, don't drop a token right now, but just ship stuff and give your community something to coalesce around. Give your community, like, there's Delmundo holders, very, very vibrant group. Now they've got an addition. Now they can do something and some good's going to come out of it. Yeah. Is it going to send the floor to 10 ETH? No, but they're doing some good. The Climeta additive to the unique works of art they already hold. Now your Delmundo gives you access to exclusive and limited edition and drops. I mean, this sort of stuff, like when things are hopping and really taking off, this sort of stuff can really drive value accrual back to your underlying brand. People are going to want to buy the token so they get access. You don't have to wait until markets are crazy. Like, start small, show alignment with your community, give some value back to your holders. And I think that stuff, it can work like a flywheel and build momentum. Appreciate you commenting, but Benny, good to connect. Benny Delmundo says, please keep an eye out for the Delmundo's auction today. 100 sterling silver necklaces, and the proceeds go to Climeta, a treasury built for nature. Salute. Well done. Love to see it. And Proof Alpha Degen, thanks for sharing. So we got Tatsu, new collection. We got Delmundo's doing some stuff. And I, again, don't know why the echo just infected us today. We can all blame Joey as to why we all got the echo. He brought some sort of crazy disease with him that infected all of our audio spaces listeners. But as James says, video space is great. Head over to YouTube, head over to Abstract. You can catch us anywhere without an echo. But I appreciate everyone who did add to the conversation, even if you had to hear yourself speak twice.
Hey, Cap. Benny just messaged me. I'm in a message thread with the Delmundo's founders, and he says that if we can get this echo thing together, they wouldn't mind dropping in tomorrow, or to try to kind of help proliferate the calls or explain it a little bit better, because I'm not the best at explaining it, because I don't know all of the ins and outs. But on the spaces yesterday, they did explain everything. But he said, hey, if Cap is game, then we can try to schedule to hop in there and speak through it. And
yeah, let's
also
do it.
give away at Delmundo.
Let's plan on it. Let's do that tomorrow. If we can't, I will work on the audio spaces. We'll see if we can get this echo eliminated. But even if we can't, we can get Benny or the team or others on the StreamYard live stream where we don't have an echo there. So yeah, no echo in the YouTube streets. Go hit like, subscribe while you're over there. Give us some of that love. And again, apologies. Also, James, I don't know if you caught it earlier. Thank you very much for getting me my other side handle back. Cap is now officially migrated, and instead of CAPT, capped, I'm actually cap in other side once again. So thank you for getting that done. Greatly appreciate it. Go get your original handle if you once lost it. You can migrate that back to your other side account. Greatly appreciate it. And I'm sure the echo was annoying to all of you. It drove me nuts as well. That combined with a lack of sleep. Appreciate everyone powering through with us today. We'll be back tomorrow. Fresh cup of coffee. We do have a lacrosse game tonight, but it's not too late of variety, and hopefully we have fully eliminated echoes. But I think we'll get Benny and the Del Mundo team join us as well to do a little deeper dive on all that they're doing. And again, respect, appreciate doing new stuff. Appreciate all the shippers out there, all the builders. Keep shipping, keep building. Don't let the price action get you down. Don't let the crypto Twitter being dead get you down. It's not dead. We're just in a little bit of a lull. It happened before. It won't be the last time. But join us again tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern time. We'll have the tech stuff hopefully figured out. And timing and dates for poker, I don't know. Good question. I might have to get Green Visor Gang on here tomorrow as well to talk through timings of that. But if you're interested, shoot me a DM. I may start a group chat. Maybe find a way to incorporate that with our Zeet squad. Not sure, but we will. We're gonna have some fun with that. And opening day tomorrow. Opening day. Baseball is back. For those that enjoyed the World Baseball Classic, we have I think just one game tomorrow before things really kick off. But fully back here this week. And with that, thanks again for tuning in today. Appreciate everyone powering through the audio challenges on X. We'll be back tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern time. Thank you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.